You're on mute, Tamara.
Oh, that's good. I just did the whole introduction on mute. It was awesome. You guys missed it. Sorry. All I said was good morning, beautiful people, and welcome to our Sunday, January 24th hangout. All right, so some news from today, a couple of things. So the first one was, I'm not sure if you saw Christina's post in the Empower Squad Hub with the note from Kate Schultz. So Kate Schultz was one of those coaches who went from not even an emerald coach to elite in a matter of a very short period of time. And the way that she did it was she did it with sending 62 invites a day. So she was literally taking a piece of paper, folding in half, and both sides she would fill with names. And that's what she was doing. So anyone who's following her, anyone who was, and so she shared yesterday and Christina copied and pasted it into her group saying that it's not working anymore. So what she found is working. And she said the reason that she thinks it's not working is because everyone is selling everything and everyone is done with being sold. So people just aren't responding the same way. People aren't engaged the same way. And so she ironically shared that the best way she's been building connections is by running monthly free groups. And so she will get, 5 people into that group. And then the next month, say one person signs up. Next month, it sounds like she's using the same group. Next month, she gets, 10 people into that group. So there's 4 eyes still there, plus 10 new ones, and a couple people sign up. Next month, right? And they keep watching. And she said she's really just using the free workouts and plugging in a ton of value into the group. And she said, is it fast? No. Is it worth it? Yes. So, and that's kind of how she's training her team on reaching success. And as much as I kind of got off of free groups, that's how I built our business. I ran a free group every single month, you guys. Every month I would create 2 events on Facebook. The first one would be a challenge group event with a start date that was irrelevant to what day I was on, or if there were people already in there or what have you. It was just a date that I picked that worked for my business, right? From a business strategic standpoint. So that's the only thing. And I think a lot of us overthink that because, well, I'm on day 28 of my program. And so how do I pick a date? You just pick a date and you run with it, and that's it. And if you bring people in after that date, oh, well, that's great too. It doesn't really matter. The date is kind of irrelevant. It's just something in writing that you can work with, right? That you've locked in so you can kind of reverse plan from there. I created that event and I created a free group event. And I did both every single month for, I don't know, 3 years, 2.5 years. And I feel like it's great that I did the mindset group, but it doesn't give people experience of running their own free groups. I think if you're going to run a free group, you pair up with one other person, 2 other people max, and you run that group. And the reason is that if you're in a free group that I'm organizing and I'm running, I'm super confident with running a group. I understand how to post, how to do the check-ins, I understand all of that, and I can hop in and do a live video and I don't even bat an eyelash. Whereas most newer coaches or coaches that are wanting to push themselves out of their comfort zone need to work on those things. And then it's almost like you're not relying on me, but it's like allowing that person to run it for you. And I remember watching Angie's training in the Slay Squad this week it's the Diamond Push group this week. And she said, there's nothing more powerful than a video from you, right? So even if you want to do a what is coaching video or what is my fit club video, yeah, you can use ours, but there's nothing more powerful than a video from you, regardless of how perfect it is, regardless of how polished it is. If you listen to Sarah Batiste talk about Christina's video that she first watched, Christina was reading from a script. in the video, and she still ended up getting Sarah signed up. Like, it's because of the passion, it's because of the enthusiasm. Are you not going to come sit here? Yeah. That she brought to the table that got Sarah fired up, right? So so running a free group of your own or with like 1 or 2 other people is really awesome. Just the team wide ones, I don't think work the same way, because everyone probably thinks it's just me running it, right? And that's not the case, because you all hopped in, you all brought energy, you all participated, but they don't know that, right? You want to get your people in there and you support them, unless you are following up with them like regularly. Hey, how did today go? You know, then that's maybe a different story. But so that was her number 1 tip. The second thing is I have the group ready. For that being said, I have the February group ready, because I do think that would be a fun team one to do, is the family, what did I call it? February Family Fitness Fun or something like that, that we can all plug people into. So I'm going to give you the warning right now that everyone that joins that group, I will make a moderator, and you will only add your own people to the group. All right. So when you see the list of so-and-so has requested to join, you leave them there if it's somebody else's person, right? Because then what I do is I will go in and like at one time approve like a whole bunch of people at the same time, and then write them all down, right? And if someone's approving my people for me, I have to go into the member list and then see who I'm friends with or who I added. So just leave the list and only add your own people into that group. MJ had a really great idea that everyone who does join sign up for the 14-day free trial. So they have access to the entire platform rather than just the free workouts. So yeah, so the group is ready. I will make my own event. I highly recommend that you all make your own event and invite people to the event to get some traction on it. It's just go to Facebook, hit create event, and you can use the cover photo and everything, but make your own and invite people to the February Family Fitness Fun. So those are the 2 announcements I had this morning. I'm kind of putting MJ on the spot this morning, because I know she was going to share maybe something about your thoughts on the 14-day free trial, but also from the Shailene Johnson training that you did this week. So
yes. So yeah, I'll talk about that. I think you just said in regards to what used to work doesn't work anymore, right? So the inviting and the hey girl stuff is just over. Nobody wants to be invited and sold anymore. And I think, Tamara, it's exactly what you just said, right? People are tired of it. It doesn't matter how where it comes from, like how it's given. It's just people are tired of that. So this is for Instagram, though, specifically, not Facebook. I think that I'm going to have to change what I do, because I always link the 2 together. So what I post on Instagram goes on Facebook, and it's exactly the same. So that I think we might have to change a little bit if you're trying to grow an Instagram following. So what she was talking about is that it's no more of our feed. Okay, so our stories and our feed, 2 very different things. This is not going to be news to, I'm sure, many of you, but what she was saying is that 80% of our feed should be shareable content. Okay, so not even your own stuff. Some things that you see on other people's accounts to save you money or to save you time and headache and all that stuff, instead of trying to come up with your own stuff all the time, to actually use the shareable content that's already out there. 80% of our feed should be shareable content, 20% personal. She says in the stories is where you share your product or and not necessarily the name of the product, but what you're doing, your person, getting people to know you is in the stories. And I think, Tamara, you've said that before too. That's where people get to know you on a personal level, in your stories. That's where you talk about yourself, what you're doing, so your fitness program or whatever it is. But in your feed, she talked about just going and looking at your I should call it, go to hashtags that follow in your niche, right? So we're all into fitness, health and fitness. So any little niche that you find that, and that's what she says is it's got to be a niche, your Instagram account. Hang on, I'm just reading my notes here for a second. And shareable content is super easy, you guys. Like, you do need to download an app called a repost app, and that's in our app store or whatever, right? It's free. There's several of them. She says just use the ones that have the highest ratings. So you go to your app store, you download a reposting app. So then when you're on Instagram, and I have a little picture that I screenshotted, I'll put in the WhatsApp chat, and it actually shows you the steps on how to actually share somebody else's content. Remembering always to give them credit. Okay, so that's super important. So it's not, and I've done this in the past, I think we all have, where we screenshot somebody's something and maybe change the color of it and then repost it. You know, she says, that's okay if it's just a quote or whatever, but if you're actually pulling something from somebody's content, you have to give them credit for it. And in that repost app, it's actually going to give you the opportunity to even say where you want that credit to go, top left, bottom right, or whatever, so that in the post, it will give that original person credit for it, which is a win-win, because that person's going to say, awesome, now I'm being, you know, I'm being given all this new audience to see what I post, and they might go and visit me. And it's filling your feed with beautiful images, if that's what you're looking for, or exercises, or whatever, if you're not wanting to videotape yourself, which I've yet to do. I know you guys are really good at doing that, and I've yet to do it. So yeah, so what is featured content? A type of content, popular featured posts from another post account that you repost on your own. Super simple. It's like such a time saver when you think about it, right? Okay, so sorry, she said 80% shareable content on your feed, 20% your personal. It actually says 0% product in your feed. So in the store, or yeah, 0% product in the feed. Don't put anything in your feed ever where you're actually showing your product. And we've all talked about that before, trying to keep it so that nobody can just go off and, oh, that's what it is, I'll go get it myself, right? And she said the exact same thing. And then people share other people's content because it makes you look good. You know, like it does, right? We don't have to actually come up with all this stuff and spend hours and hours trying to figure out what to post. Just go and take it from somebody else and share it. Give them credit. It's everybody's happy. So that was my main takeaway from that. And how you do that is, you know, there's the 3 dots on each top right corner. You click on that. It asks you to copy the link. So you're going to copy the link. Then you open your repost app. And that's where it all happens. And it gives you pretty much instructions on how to, then you want to repost it to Instagram, where you're going to put your credit. And also you can even repost the entire script if you want to, or you don't have to. But if you do, you say copy link, and then you can change it a little bit if you want to. And then boom, you post it on your own and you're done. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Thanks, Mary Jo.
Yeah. And then your hashtags, right? Up to 30. She says you have to use your hashtags to, this is not new either. In your comments, she says, because it looks cleaner rather than as part of your post. Yeah. What else did I write here?
Did you talk
Yeah, you
about
copy, and then when you
anything
repost that app, you copy it to your camera roll. But it basically tells you everything. I did download a reposting app. I'll show you what the icon thing looks like. Super easy. I haven't actually done it yet, though. I've been playing around with it a little bit. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. It just says regram.
Oh, regram. Okay.
Yeah.
Put it closer to the camera, the computer camera, so we can, so the glare is not
Yeah.
there.
See that? That one.
Yeah.
Regram.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and there was a few, but with high ratings, she says they all work, so it doesn't really matter which one you use. And then right now, I'm going to actually put in the WhatsApp chat a picture. I took a screenshot.
That's perfect.
I would just, I would be a little bit cautious with making sure that it's worthy of reposting.
Yes.
Because I've seen so much garbage reposted that it's like, it just becomes spam, right? And
Yeah.
you don't want to be throwing up like, yeah, I understand wanting to share shareable content because then we get shared too, right? Then someone will share what we
Yeah.
post and that gets eyes on our page.
Yeah.
But it literally takes a minute to make a quote in Fonto and put your own hashtag on it, as opposed to then reposting an awesome quote that is blurry.
Yeah.
Because that's
And I
often
don't
what
think, yeah, I don't think that kind of stuff is what she was talking about. It's more like you got it. There has to be like value to it.
Yeah.
It has to be, yeah, high quality. It has to be something that, and that's what she says people are looking for now. Everybody's too busy to look at your dog and to, they're not going to comment on your cute pic. Sorry, Margot. But
Christiana is different. Come on.
Did you see Margot's face? It's like, what?
But Mary Jo, I totally think that I agree with whatever she said, because the other day I actually found a picture of Ilana, the creator of To Be Mindset, and she had like what people think I eat, and it was like a bowl, I think with a lettuce or celery, and then actually what I eat, and so much food. And I shared that because I started following her. I was like, and there's so many things that I relate because I was an emotional eater. So then I want to share that too. But so I think that's what she meant.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think
And
the
I've
other,
been sharing because I love her stuff, and now I'm following her.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Right. Yeah. So I think you have to make sure that it's worthy of sharing, obviously, right? So that's the ticket, I guess, is finding those accounts that you find valuable that you can then reshare.
Mm-hmm.
I think for it also, from my perspective, who's not a good poster, because I always feel like I don't have the pictures, I don't have so I don't do anything. And I think what that helps people maybe like me, that keeps my feed going a little more consistently, rather than not posting for a week because I feel like I've got nothing to post, so I don't post anything. Even if it is a repost, if it's valuable information, it's getting my feed more out there for people. So I think that's like for people like Tamara and Clarissa, they've got tons of great photos, and they've kind of got this down and it works great for them. But I know for myself, I just don't feel like I have much. I have great information. I think that I've got lots of things to say, but I never feel like I have the perfect picture to put with what I've got to say. So I think that just helps keep that feed consistently going. So I think I like it.
Yeah. A good account to follow of hers is called Insta Club Hub. Insta Club Hub. I can write that in the comments too. And that's her and her son. Her son is huge, right? Brock or whatever.
Yeah.
In Instagram. So they know exactly what's happening before it even happens. So Insta Club Hub is a good one to follow. She has several accounts that her name is not even attached to them because and that's how they grow those accounts, is by sharing content. It's crazy. Home Workouts for You was another one. That's hers. Push Me Daily.
Oh, because of her push journal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She says personal accounts don't work anymore. That was one of the things that I'm just looking at my notes still here. And then 1 to 3 times a day, we know that when to post. And she says around 3 p.m. in your time zone is probably already still the best time, when people are kind of like a few hours before people are sitting down, maybe to scroll through their phone after work or whatever like that. So 3 p.m.-ish in your time zone.
Did you say 1 to 3 times a day?
Yeah.
Posts?
Posts.
See, that's so contradictory to so many other things that I'm hearing that you shouldn't.
I don't know if I agree.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys?
It seems like
Did she
say
talk
at
about
least
reels
once a day, or not more than once a way.
She didn't talk about reels at all?
No.
That's interesting to me, because I know Christina's social media manager is saying like 1 post, 1 reel, 1 post, 1 reel, 1 post, 1 reel.
That Tanya lady?
Yeah.
So how many posts a day are you guys hearing to do?
I'm still only aiming for like 4 to 5 posts a week. But
yeah, I mean, I'm one a day.
Stories every day.
A minimum of 10 a day.
Huh.
Yeah, I've been seeing on a lot of accounts that I follow that they are posting like 2 to 3 times a day. And I think I kind of get it because like it's like, you know, a psychological thing. Like, you know, the more you see them, the more you're like, okay, what's this person, you know, about, you know, and you're on their page. But at the same time, I'm seeing the opposite of that too.
Mhm.
But I don't know, it got me that way. So I don't know if maybe that's why, but
Yeah, she
I don't
says
know.
definitely once a day. Like you have to, every day you have to get in there. And that's showing people that you're showing up every day, that you're going to be consistent, that it's not just like, oh, when I think about it or whatever. I post once a day. I rarely post more than once a day. But now I am trying to do more in the stories because I still am not great at the stories, never mind reels. I haven't even done one yet. But yeah, for me, posting more than once a day, but I definitely do once a day. Occasionally I miss, but not very often.
I mean, it could be also the advantage to multiple times a day is that if your post gets missed because it gets lost in the feed, you post again, you might catch those people that missed the first time, right? So it's hard to say. That might be, but if you're doing some more, a little bit, adding a little more reposting into it, then at least it. But I guess the one problem with the reposting is it kind of takes away from the look of your feed too. So that's interesting, right? Like Tamara and Clarissa have a very
What are
specific
you
look to their
what
feed with their colors.
what are you
Like I
can
might
you give me
repost
an
something nutrition based, like something that might be about, you know, how to build the perfect meal.
Or even meal prepping, right? Because I don't really meal prep like some
Yeah.
of you guys do. And I saw a beautiful picture yesterday and I'm like, maybe that would feel weird reposting somebody else's meal prep, but it looked really good, right? So maybe some ideas like that. Food for me, because I don't take pictures of my food, right? I think that nutritional stuff would be great. Or I don't know if she was talking to such a huge variety of people that it wasn't just health and wellness people, right? It was like, well, I sell insurance, so how would I do it or whatever. So it was definitely a very broad kind of topic. Yeah. And then if I can say something about the free group too, the family thing. So that's because we wanted to talk a little bit about that too, right? So yeah, the 2 weeks free thing, I'm like, why not do that? Because Tamara, in the group, are you going to specifically have workouts like for kids? Or how are we going to make that a family workout thing?
I wasn't actually going to post the workouts in the group. And the reason for that is I think that each coach that's in that group should run it the way they want to run it with their people. So, you know, even if someone doesn't want to get their people signed up with a 2-week free, they don't have to, because they could send them like, okay, here is a selection of 5 workouts. You know, pick from those. Here's the link to the Vimeo kids workouts. The things that I was going to post that I was thinking would be more valuable to post in the group was to have 2 announcements pinned to the top, which would be your check-ins. So I know Margot and I were talking, when Margot, you were mentioning last week about how like ages, you know, 0 to 10, and then an age 10 and up category for workouts. And so people would comment below with a picture of their family post workout to be entered in to win prizes, right? So I wanted to have those 2 at the top. I can put the file in with the free workouts and people can just access them from there, right? It can just be in the file section and we can talk about that. But I think it should just be like in one spot that people are checking in with their workouts, so it'd be easier to track. If we're going to have everyone posting, it's going to be hard to find out who, you know, who the winner is.
See, that's where bod groups are nice, because you can kind of, you know, look at your people and look at their feed and see all their stuff they posted.
Yeah, and it gives you the little dot whether or not they worked out and didn't log it, you know, because sometimes they won't actually share it to the group.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So when you go to participant and you go to their activity in their calendar, you'll see like the blue and green dots. under the days, and those are like workouts in Shakeology.
Oh,
So you can, even
I'll
if you're
look
not
at
sharing to
that.
the group, they're actually, you can actually still see that they worked out.
Can you see what they did or no?
No,
Just that they worked out.
just that they worked out. Yeah.
Well, learn something new every day, and I've learned many things already. I
But
can
I
call
know
it a day.
Yeah, in a Facebook group too, you can search for like who posted the most
Yeah,
frequently.
true. Yes,
But
you
it's going to
can.
be me, or it's going to be another coach, and then how do we find from there, if we're doing age category, how do we find the under 10 and the over 10 category? Like, we can't, right? You can't put a filter on it. So if I just make 2 announcements for like under 10 category and over 10 category, then people can log their workouts under there. We still have a week left, right? So the group is ready. We can start putting people into the group. There's an introduction post up. So it's good to go. We still have a week to kind of iron out those little details, right? I wasn't going to put like on Monday, do this workout, on Tuesday, do this workout. Because if someone decides to sign up for the 14-day free trial, they might want to actually do a program, right, to start it.
Yeah, I think it would be cool for the people that do have the 2 weeks free trial and having access. I'm just looking right now, like with Tony Horton, he has the double time and the kids and family stuff, right? So that would be, I don't think we have samples available for those kind of things too.
The only thing that's available is the Vimeo link with all of the workouts in there.
Okay.
So it's just one Vimeo link with the family workouts.
Gotcha.
The other thing I thought would be cool to share in that group is in UPF, Autumn has a 75 kid-friendly lunches, right, in there. So to share like recipes, I think that would be more valuable than sharing the workouts, because we can have a conversation with our people and be like, here's a workout that I recommend you do. But the food for a lot of people is where they struggle with. And if we share value in terms of nutrition in that sense, I think it would help a lot of families with just some ideas, right, on how do I get some
I think that's the big thing, ideas.
Yeah, healthier stuff into my kids. Because lunch is always like, dinner is easy in the sense that, like, you know, you can have, even with younger kids, you can have a conversation. What would you like for dinner tonight? So if they want pasta for dinner, then you add in a salad and a protein, and, you know, it's relatively easy. But breakfast and lunches are quite challenging for families. You know, my kids I won't buy cereal. So then they're like, well, I don't know what to have for breakfast because you don't buy cereal, right? So then what do you want to take for lunch? I don't know. You know, and if you're not going to buy sandwich meat that's full of nitrates and sulfates and things like that, then what are they going to take for lunch? You know, so mine won't take sweaty cheese because they don't like it if the cheese gets a little warm. So it's the lunches can be quite challenging. Margot, it has been 32 minutes and you have yet to say like much of anything. I'm not okay with this.
Well, I tried to say something, but nobody heard me.
You're muted.
You're on mute.
Oh, well, here I am, not muted.
You were
In all
just
my
following
glory.
my footsteps from muting myself this morning, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just, you know, this family group, yesterday, I know I invited a ton of people to it. Mary Jo was one of them, but I don't know what goes on maybe between my phone and my iPad or something, because I just looked on there and there's nobody. It doesn't say you guys were all invited. I don't understand that. So I've just re-invited you. Mary Jo, can you look at your and see if you got an invite to it, just to make sure it came through, because I'm not sure why all of the ones that I invited yesterday.
But I haven't made anybody admin yet too, so it won't show on your end until I've invited you to February Family Fitness Fun. because right now there's only 3. Yeah, see, I have 18 member requests sitting there
Oh, okay.
that,
Okay.
right, invited by Margot, invited by Margot, invited by Margot, but because I
Okay,
haven't yet
good,
made
good.
Margot a moderator, Margot wasn't able to
Well,
actually
you're a
add
jerk.
people in.
You have to apply,
Very
Margot,
nice.
to be a moderator.
What's that?
That's why, and it
Good
won't
cop,
even
bad cop.
show.
Can I speak to, I want to speak to the good cop, please.
Who's the
good
good
cop?
one again?
It's Maggie. Hold on.
Who's the good one? Me or Clarissa?
Yeah, that one, the one behind you.
Oh, okay. I'm the bad cop, hey?
No.
Okay, so I
It's all
just
good.
made
It's
you
funny.
moderator.
Okay.
now
So
you can
everything that you were
all your people.
everything that you were saying at the beginning of this about the free groups, we had a little chat yesterday about the same thing for people like us who are newer. And I think that you're right. I think having a themed, Crystal was on the call too, and doing a monthly 5-day, like, don't put a ton of effort into it, like just make it super simple, super easy. I still love that intermittent fasting group was a really popular one. But it's just basically a trusting pot. You go from a introduction pot of people that you have no clue who they are, how they tick, if they have kids, family, or whatever. You're sort of meeting them a little bit. If they agree, they go into the free group, and now it becomes a getting to know you pot. And they get to know you, and they get to trust you, and they get to understand that you're not out to hurt them or whatever. And then you go from that trust into a potential customer. So I totally agree with that, especially these days when everybody is bombarded by my shampoo, by my skincare, by my this, by my that. So this is a really good way to show how different we are than the other sell and go.
My thing with that I kind of struggle with is I feel like when I've hosted a free group in the past, and to try and make it simple, and the way that Kate Schultz mentioned it in her thing, it sounded like she just uses the same group because whoever was left over last month will get to see the next month. But I find that when I've done that in the past, my engagement in the group just goes, because it's like those people don't show up anymore because they're like, oh, it's just a free group. So they turn off the notifications, or they aren't even getting the notifications anymore because they haven't entered the group in so long that Facebook is like, well, they obviously don't care about this group, so I'm not going to even show them the notifications. So then is it better to have a new group every month? Because I mean, that's a lot. It's not a ton of work, but it's work. Yeah. It's time consuming.
Well, you could, like, even Mary Jo and I I thought had a great idea. And I know, so we've got the family fitness one for February. So that's our free group. For March, we were just saying, you know, of a fit over 40 group, and a fit over 50 group, and a even fit over 60 group. I don't know. And then going back in time to a fit, and 5 days, and they do get the 2 weeks for free, but we just maybe do ages. I don't know. It's the same, kind of the same content, but it's just a different name to it. That's all. But it's always the same content. It's always the same, you know, okay, what workout are you doing? Okay, I'm drank my water. I put fruit in my water instead of lemons because it ruins my teeth, or blah, blah, blah. Like, it's still sort of the same content. It's just a different name,
but
to keep it easy. Yeah, I mean, we do the 5-day groups are, yeah, we always start a new one. And even letting the brand new people know that it'll be a great group. There's only going to be maybe 10 or 15 of us. So it's nice and quiet, or not quiet, but nice and condensed.
Yeah.
And so, like, everybody's a VIP in that group and that kind of thing. So that we sort of are ahead of it, just in case nobody joins, or just in case we have 12 coaches and only 2 coaches were able to get a couple of new people in there. We still make it sound like it's you know, it's a VIP little 5-day challenge.
Yeah, and I think being mindful of providing specific content for that particular theme, right? So obviously for the families, we're doing more family. So for over 40, we could talk about, Max, hormones and what's happening, what's changing in our bodies and that kind of thing. So having different kind of value for different themed groups, so that each month we could come up with some other kind of catchy thing to bring in different people. Maybe the next time it's 20-year-olds. Hey, it's never too early to start thinking about whatever. Even though we're older, we have a team that has a huge variety of ages, right? So I think we'd have to be mindful about what we offer even in the free groups, and not to make it too complicated, but to be specific for that particular theme for that group or whatever.
So then what I think would be helpful, because I love the fact that, so this is another thing I don't struggle with, but like I contemplate, right? So yeah, it was awesome having everyone in the Mindful Morning group, and people like coaches that were in there were commenting and participating on a regular basis. And I really very much appreciated that. Is that something that, like, next month, Margot, if you guys are going to run a Fit Over 40 group, like, are you comfortable kind of running it for the team, or should we look at like a Google Drive link where people chuck their resources into the link for free groups and then they can run their own?
Right now I've got this 21-day fit club running, and I'm thinking, Mary Jo, correct me if I'm wrong, or Max or whatever, that the 5-day free group would be almost exactly the same as what we're doing in the 21-day fit club. It would just be, I might do a video on Sunday showing how I meal prep, how I portion control. This is what I do. I'm 56 years old. I've been doing this for 6 years. This is how I make my food. This is how do you make yours? What do you do? I'll do a workout video. I'll draw a card for us. I've been drawing those bar blend cards, and I've had a few comments from people saying, I love seeing those cards because it puts me into an intention for the day. So it's almost like a little mini 5-day, even though we have it called something, we don't really have to, you don't have to research that subject necessarily. All it really is a way for new, brand spanking new people to get to know us, is all it is, really. So I that's what I was thinking anyways, Mary Jo. I don't know whether you or Max had different ideas, but that's what I was thinking, just a smaller version. And the graphics that you do, Tamara, that actually Crystal does, they look so cool. Like, they look so intriguing, but the reality is it's going to be kind of the same, because we're all doing the same thing anyway. So we don't have to research and be geniuses on, intermittent fasting or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't think, anyway.
Okay, definite food for thought. I'll be right back. Where's this there?
Oh, Meg is here.
Wow, she really didn't like that idea, man.
That thought?
Tell you. You meant she suggests one thing and the boss totally leaves the room. That's not a good sign. I'm probably going to be fired. Maggie,
Clarissa,
what do you
maybe while
think?
we're
Maggie?
sitting here.
Sorry, Mary Jo, what?
Yeah, Maggie. It's okay. Well, I think what we were struggling a little bit with when we were chatting yesterday is, okay. I think what we were talking about is what to do about the people who have bought and the people who don't, right? Like in our 21-day fit club kind of thing, to make that exclusive and to have a difference. Like, so after those 5 days, right? We put them in the 21-day club after that or whatever? Like, that's what I'm wondering is, okay, all these free groups. So for 5 days, and then what, right? So that's over. Like, I think we have to kind of have a beginning and an end. Or 5 days is done. Now we could move you to something else, right? If you're interested. So I think that's the step that is obviously important for somebody to actually commit to either buying a membership or trying a free trial if they hadn't already or something like that. But getting access to the platform has to be somewhere in that plan,
yeah.
Right? At the end of the day,
Yeah,
that's what we want.
in-
So
in our 21-day fit club right now, I think for me anyways, that I know of, I think there's only 2 people who haven't bought anything, but one of them is going to join the family group. I've already invited her. And the other one, I'm going to reach out to her today and just say, hey, I know you said you have a personal trainer. So are you interested in doing this, or should I just, it's totally fine if you want to leave and carry on with your personal trainer. As long as you're doing something, way to go. That's awesome. Good job. But the goal would be, I think, a 5-day free group for brand spanking new people. Get to know them, put them in and then when they buy something, put them in the 21-day fit club or whatever you guys are doing. And then also put them in the health and fit club, the Empower Squad health and fit club. So now they're in 2 motivational, inspirational, cheering you on groups. One of them we don't have to run at all because everybody's in it. And the other one is just the 21-day sort of, again, getting to know them better. And that little 21-day fit club group could be a precursor to them being a coach.
I like
so
that because my passion is like coaches, not clients. I love
I know
people. That's my passion. You guys are talking about free customers. I was like, okay, I'm not even here. Okay, have fun.
Yeah, no, I know. So that's why the 5-day would be free and brand new people. 21-day would be sort of really getting to know the people, like me really getting to know this brand new person, Mary Jo, you getting to know your brand new person, Max, whoever else wants to join our 21-day fit club, let me know and I'll add you. But you really get to know your new people that you've got in there who have purchased a challenge pack or something. And they're also in the health and fit club as a backup plan. But then when you get to know them in that 21-day free or fit club that they've paid for, then you start a conversation offline and say, hey, how are you enjoying it? If you like the smoothie, because I keep drinking the smoothie, I drink the Energize, I talk about the 2 of them and everything. If you want to get it cheaper, there's a couple things you could do, or you're so motivational in the group, I really think you should consider being a coach. Like there's nothing much to it except for exactly what you're doing, and it keeps your head in the game, blah, blah, blah. But you can have those intimate conversations when you sort of have control of the little 21-day group, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and as being a coach, at least for me, it keeps me accountable. It's the only thing in my life that worked, because I knew winter was coming and I could just hide behind my layers. So for me, being a coach, it was the game changer. Yeah, it helps us so much in accountability. Maybe that's why with the customers, I was like, oh, is this one's gonna just buy a challenge pack and be shelf help, or this one's actually gonna do it? Because that's how I see customers now, right? And I remember that lady that you made a schedule, you customized a schedule, and she just I don't even remember.
I don't even think she did one workout.
There you go. So there's the frustration too. There's the frustration.
Yeah.
There was another, just so you know, another training that I can't remember where it was, but it was kind of like what you were saying. Nikita Lavalley, Nikita Lavalley. Not sure if anyone saw that. But she's a real spitfire, and I wrote down some of her. Shared? Yeah, I think so.
In the Level Up group, she shared it. Yeah, I was.
And it was good. It's an hour long. Oh no, yeah. Jake Story was interviewing her or something. Yeah. Anyways, it is about an hour long. So, but I did write a lot of notes, and she just went from emerald, like she was just smoldering around as an emerald for, I think she said 4 years or something, like just sort of not really pushing it.
Discount coach.
And then, yeah.
Discount coach.
But then all of a sudden she just thought, oh, I think she said the reality was she had $1,000 left in her bank account or something like that. And she just said, I got to do this. And she just went for it. And she does invite 100 people, at least 100, to like team cups and not team cups, but she said she invites 100 anyone who likes her post, follows her, they get an invite. And she doesn't beat around the bush. She doesn't say, hi, how are you doing? How are the kids? How's the family? She just says, do you want to join our challenge group? Do you want to join our challenge group? Do you want to join our challenge group? And a lot of them say no. She has out of 50, she'll have 40 or 45 no's, but she'll maybe have 5 that say, what is it? You know, how do I join? Blah, blah, blah. So anyways, she went from emerald to, what is she now? I think 12-star or 15-star diamond or something in like a year. And I love that she says, oh, so the one thing that she mentioned was the roadmap to diamond. And I know I've seen it and I'm still looking for it. It's a PDF. It's a 1-page, it's a big one. I mean, I know I've seen the one where it says, this is emerald, this is ruby, this is diamond, but this one's a bit bigger and it has the bigger circles so that you can, so she has her coaches literally write people's names in.
It's in the Empower Squad Coach Hub. It's in the Free to Be Coach Hub in the file section. They're all
in the Free
there.
to Be Coach Hub.
It's in the,
Okay,
I would search Empower Squad because I know for sure it's in that one. It's in the Level Up group. Yeah.
I typed in search, I typed in roadmap to diamond, but nothing came up.
I would say
I'll
just
look again.
diamond.
Can I ask a question while you're looking, Tamara?
Mm-hmm.
So does Ruby count? Is Ruby just not even on the playing field when it comes to ranking?
Well, it's just that you get $2 more per cycle than diamond.
But like if we're in Team Cup and we level up to Ruby and that's all we do in Team Cup, would we get recognition for that?
No, because you're a lifetime diamond.
So you never.
You would have to rank advance to 1-star for you to get recognition.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's based on
that isn't going to happen in 30 days.
Based on lifetime, not based on current rank.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So Michelle can rank advance for us.
Yay, go Michelle.
Right?
With her California mamas. She's doing amazing.
And Renata can go diamond.
It's all on you guys.
Thank you.
Diamond. Search.
So what's the deal if you rank advance? Do you get
You
extra
more,
points?
Yeah, I think you have to go into the files section, Margot. Oh no, it's not in. Oh, that's Level Up group. I'm looking in the wrong one.
I'm in files and I've looked in albums.
It wouldn't be in albums, it would be in files. It would definitely be in files.
That's in Power Squad.
I'll find it
And share.
Sure.
Well,
I don't even see a way to search for the diamond roadmap because if you just go to the group, it's going to just search the posts. It's not going to search the, right? There's in the file section, there's a big one that has them all. It's there. It's like the diamond game, and it's called Diamond Game Plan. From January
in the files section.
January 31st, 2019, Christina Klein posted Diamond Game Plan. PDF.
How about on our website?
Well, I'm sure there's one on there.
Because on our website, the Free to Be Girls, you need a password. What's the password?
No, you'll need a password for the diamond training.
Yeah, but that's the one I mentioned.
It's just, I think it's Diamond Now.
Diamond Now. And she put the best diamond training there.
That nobody's done.
That's like amazing because of course, when I went diamond, it was Janelle Summers back in the day, which is like Angie's upline. But then when Tamara went diamond and you got the point.
I won like $250 US
because she went diamond. And so there was Danielle Natone. There was like amazing top coaches. So she actually downloaded all these trainings and she uploaded to our website. So it's like gold.
And I think like 3 people started it and that's it. And I was like,
that's on your Free to Be website?
Free to Be Girls, yes.
Okay, that training.
Yes.
I think, you know, part of it is just there's so much out there, we forget where we've
I
seen
know
things.
so many resorts that we like.
So many resources.
It's
And
not
for
that
someone like
bad.
me, I'm like a little ping pong ball and I,
Tamara
Never.
forgot the password. Hold on.
To
She's
what?
trying
I'm
to
gonna have to
access.
go in and see what the password is because
oh, to the training?
yeah, champion of it.
Will you put it in the WhatsApp, Tamara? I'll look at it later.
Yeah.
Anyways, I know that it's like the best training because that's from her group that she did with Angie. And she went diamond and she made money.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the password because I don't remember what it is.
And she
Guys,
got
I'm
her
gonna
Apple
sign
Watch
off.
that
I
time.
gotta get my workout in before.
Yeah, well, we gotta
Oh, picture?
take a quick picture, and we've got to run anyway because there is another call with Floss about the.
Yeah, I want to do that. Will you record it or no? Again, is there any reason for me to listen to it?
There we
Sinji
go.
has a dog or a cat? A doggy.
Doggy.
It's big puppy.
Have a great Sunday. Mary Jo, you want to chat about the bod group later?
Thanks, ladies.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll text you later.
Okay.
Bye, Margot.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a great
Bye.
week.
Bye.